guys, so Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade is out tomorrow, which is actually crazy to say, but lo and behold, here we are. Now I'm just going to throw this out here, if you guys are unaware. The first year anniversary is going to be announcing on the 17th. There is going to be a live stream happening, and the artwork that they released, look at this illustration, oh my god. Does this not look beautiful? If anything, this just tells me that if the first year anniversary isn't Sukuna, then we're gonna riot. No, in all honesty, yeah, I'm excited to see on what the first year anniversary will have in store for us. But on the 17th, at 5 PM, this is Japan time, of course, there will be a live stream. So if Sukuna gets dropped, boys, I'm dropping a vid. You guys are gonna know about it, alright? Okay, so we are going to be doing the tier list. Yes, this is something that I've been kind of waiting to do, to be fair, in terms of the global day one launch. So yeah, might as well throw it in, get it out of the way, and just kind of prepare ourselves from what's to come. So with all that being said, let's dive on in. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, technically speaking, I should put Gojo in his own little square, like his own column, because this man, all the Gojos in the game are highly top tier. I'm just gonna put that out there. So as you're playing the game and a Gojo releases, just know he is god tier, right? So kind of makes sense on that part. But no, it makes sense that Gojo is going to be high tier, since he is going to be the best DPS unit that we can rely on, especially at the very beginning of the game itself for global day one. Yago is also going to be up there. He is currently the best SR support, or just a support in general. The best unit that you want to capitalize on managing to get, and it being an SR makes it life a whole lot easier, so we can resort to going about doing that. Itadori is also another good solid DPS type character. I'm going to put him S rank. I believe he's one below, but if you do manage to get him, obviously he does possess, I mean, you can build up the crits. I mean, there are certain units that can also reduce the enemy's crit resistance, and then from that you can kind of pile on the damage even furthermore. But Itadori is a fantastic DPS character that you can rely on, so you can double up on your DPS. For a sub DPS, it's completely up to you, but that is also a nice little touch to have. Kukusaki is, obviously, as I've said before, it's like in second place. I'm actually going to put up to SS, because she is a very good solid, like, from the experience that I've had through her on JP, when JP first came out, of course, I was unaware of the nuking potential of this said character only up until I was advised to use her, and then I was like, well, I haven't really done her up, and so I was then given to use that as a friend, right? Someone done her up, I added them as a friend, and then obviously I was able to use their Kukusaki, and yeah, the nuking when it comes to the nail counts, that was something out of the ordinary. And so yeah, she is definitely up there. Again, some people will probably put up to high tier S, but she's literally in the borderline in between these, I would say. But I'm just going to put her in lower SSS, because yeah, she's a formidable and amazing DPS type character, not to be slept on. I'm just going to do this right now. I'm just going to put these guys in here, because why not? I mean, they're free. If I had to put them in the tier list, they're like, yeah, in between S and A. Like, they're actually fairly solid, of course. Maki. So this is one of the underwhelming SSRs that you don't need to really concern yourself about in terms of an attacking. I think I'll put Maki in B. I think she's just fairly a mid-type character. Again, really wouldn't say she's worth the investment unless, and I would say unless you don't have much options in terms of DPS. But with how Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade starts off with every account, you actually have a good chance to start off the best possible way, especially by getting two of the best characters in the goddamn game. So yeah, we'll kind of leave her there. Who else can we do? Pan, I think. No, wait, Nanami I will put just below. He's good. Yeah, I do like Nanami, as I regard him as a bit of a sub DPS type character, of course, but he does do a fair amount. Obviously, I would still cater to Itadori over Nanami, but it's kind of like, if you don't have Itadori, then you can resort to using Nanami. But yeah, so sub DPS role, most definitely. With that being shared, I will then put Toto B. Boom. Honestly, the only reason you'll catch me running this unit is if I'm running these two. That's me on a personal level, on what I've used before. At the very beginning of when I first started JP, I was using Toto a lot, and he was doing okay. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but there are specific characters that you technically want to link him up with, and I'm not going to be too keen on this unit in terms of if I do get him, I'm not going to be investing too much into him. But anyway, yeah, not too bad. But again, pretty average, pretty mid at the very most. Who else? Who else? I mean, I could throw the healer in here. Just put, actually, well, yeah, healer. I'll put the healer in B. Why not? It's fine. Keep it average. Keep it average. Fushigoro's not too bad when it comes to hindering. Actually, that being said, this Fushigoro I'm actually going to put up there too. He's got a very high chance to stun. Yeah, I'm actually going to put him in A. He's not too bad. This is going to be one of the first Fushigoro that we get. So he does do Jujutsu damage. If the Divine Dogs are out, you can get some additionals going. But he does have a high chance, like a very, very high chance, on his third skill, I believe, and even on his ultimate. So you can get some good stuns going on with this set character, of course. So, yep, we will gladly take that. What do we do? Where do we go? I will put Panda up in S, and then I will put yeah, and I'll do that. Boom. So this is the best tank that we have in the game day one. Second best tank. I mean, you could technically put them on par, to be honest, but I'm just gonna kind of leave it as that, of course. In terms of Panda, are most people going to be utilizing him as a tank in the first slot rather than running two supports? It just, I mean, well, it really depends on the characters that you manage to pull. I know some people will regard Panda as A tier, that's completely fine, but with my personal experience and him being my first ever SSR and with what I was able to accomplish day one playing JP, if it wasn't for Panda, hey, I probably would have gotten screwed a lot of times. Panda did a lot for moi. So I do have, I'm slightly kind of biased only because of the experience I've had with this said unit, hence why I regard him slightly higher. So just a personal preference, just going to put that out there. Don't need to concern yourself with this unit. Makamaru's not too bad in terms of the AoE as we've spoken about. This Inomaki is a nice little hindering type character. Yeah, they're kind of on par in terms of the hindering that they can apply. So that's why I mean, like, some of these low rarity characters not to be slept on with how good they actually are. Okay, this is kind of like the same situation. Another good solid unit right here, and I'll put you up here. This is going to be one of the better supports for running with a little bit of survivability. But if you're also running Jujutsu type damage dealers, which most of you are going to be, you can resort to doubling up on the support when it comes to Yaga and then this unit, and then that way you should be able to do some good damage. So there's that. This is going to be your third option, so I'll put the third tanking Panda, well, not third tanking, but the third tank within the game in B. I think that's somewhat reasonable. There we go, some DOT going on. Mai is not that bad. I'll put it in high S. I mean, I guess you can technically also throw in lower B, but I'll put it in high C. I think that's kind of fair. Oh, Inomaki. I completely forgot about Inomaki. Inomaki. Okay, this one's a tough one because I kind of want to put him in high B, but you know what? I'll do this. Boom, boom. Yeah, okay. I will do that. Actually, I'll do this too. There we go. Just making sure everything is solid. So that one. Okay, yeah. Actually, yeah. No, you can stay there. Okay, so you are horrible. Toto isn't too bad, but yeah, I don't want to put him D because I do feel like, because he can buff himself up, so the Taijutsu potential is actually there for this said character, so that isn't horrible. Overall, you're a C2. You can resort to using the buffs, so that's not a horrible. Momo, ooh, okay. Momo is not a bad character. I do like her as a hindering type, so we're going to throw her in there. With all the evasion that she can apply for herself. This was actually one of my biggest clutches during a certain event where I needed to buff, stun, and just have non-stop evasion. So I remember watching, I can't remember, there was a JP YouTuber who advised using her for a certain event. I forgot who it was, and yeah, she was an absolute godsend. So that was a fabulous note to make. And then Nanami, actually, you know what I might do? I might put Nanami up here, and then if I throw this Nanami, and then I'll put him in A because this Nanami is not too bad. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. So Itadori will be above Nanami, of course. I mean, technically, I do want to keep Nanami down here, though. Yeah, I'll keep him down. I'll keep him down here. And then it's just remaining rares, which obviously these two we get the minute we start the game itself. And then you do some attracting. This is like a lower rarity, to be fair. Actually, yeah, I'm actually gonna place her B. And then Maki, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not too. I mean, then again, Maki can reduce the Jujutsu, but then again, you got alternative options. And yeah, I mean, I'm not too. Yeah, you guys don't need to worry about those. All right. And I think for the most part, that is kind of how I would regard my look from my experience playing JJK Phatom Parade, in terms of where I would class things. So I'm comfortable with that. Again, you're more than welcome to rearrange things to those that have experience with JJK. Do as you please. But from a personal playing experience, this is what I just managed to cook up. So yeah, so that's it. This is just from what I played from at the very beginning, since I was there for day one. Obviously, coming back to it, things have shifted, things have changed. But for the most part, you can still rock out with yeah, these said units. Although with the newer units that I've dropped, yeah, I mean, those are going to be catered to the most on the JP side of things. But regardless, either way, I am leaving it there. That is kind of like my look on how I'm going to be combating the day one for global launch. But yeah, at the end of the day, boys, I mean, realistically, if we look at it, we are going to be getting the best of the units at the very beginning of the game. So technically speaking, we're all chilling. So we're good to go.